What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I guess really I should be welcoming myself back to the channel. It has been a very long time since I posted, going back towards the end of last year, and I apologize for that. I'm not gonna lie, I have really been slacking, and to be quite honest with you, the first 5 games of the season outside of Michigan, I just kind of had a feeling that Texas was going to handle it very easily. Michigan was, of course, I think it was a surprise to everyone. Something of a surprise. But to be quite frank with you, Texas's record right now is exactly where I thought it would be. I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind, especially if you're a Texas fan right now, that the Longhorns have the best team in the country. Right? If you look across all of these games, we done played 2 games without our starting quarterback. We done played every game without our true starting running back. We are riddled with injuries at the running back position. Every single week, our running backs, one of them, somehow, some way, find a way to be extremely productive and really help the offense move. Quinn was shaky. All of these things, right? And we are still going out and whipping everyone's asses. And don't get it twisted. I feel like some people are maybe mistaken, like how far ahead Texas is compared to a lot of these teams, because the scores aren't really doing justice. If you want to say scores aren't doing justice, even though Texas defense has only allowed 3 touchdowns in 6 games now. The scores haven't really been doing them justice because we're missing touchdowns every single game, right? Look at this Oklahoma game, 34-3. Even the stats, I would say even the stat lines say, yeah, okay, that sounds about right, 34-3. But when you go and watch the game, this could have easily been a 60-point victory. Quinn overthrows Ryan Wingo in the middle of the field, wide open on the first drive of the game, throws an interception, right? Wide open. I'm talking like there was nobody within 20 yards of him. Misses Isaiah Vaughn on the very next drive on a very clear, easy touchdown. And he missed a couple of other throws later in the game. And still, we won by 31 points. Kirk Herbstreit said it best. Kirk Herbstreit said it in, I think it was the second quarter of the game. It was 7-3. I don't see Oklahoma scoring. I don't see how they're going to score. And they didn't. You know why? Because Texas has the most elite defense in all of football. The offense can have its miscues and its problems, fumbles, interceptions, stalled out drives, etc. Our defense plays with their hair on fire. They run to the football as if their life depends on it. They swarm to the football. Watch that Oklahoma game. Every single time an OU player was tackled, there was 4 to 5 to 6 defensive hats around him. They play physical, and they play so gosh damn smart. I know, and y'all know as Texas fans, if you've been watching over the years, one of the biggest complaints that we have had as a fan base is how far off our cornerbacks play to wide receivers, giving them 8 to 10 yards cushion on 3rd and 2, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, right? 3rd and short to medium, we're giving them 8 to 10 yards cushion. Our DBs are getting burned over the top. Our linemen can't get to the quarterback. Guys, we have the most complete all-around defense and really football team in all of America, period. There is no debating it. When they line up next to you, they literally dwarf other teams. When they're playing, they're faster, they're stronger, they hit harder. They straight up want it more. We have some dogs on the defensive side of the ball. And quite frankly, I wish I would have got the video out last week. I had some technical errors, and so my audio didn't record over the video that I had created talking about the Red River rivalry. the Red River rivalry. Jesus Lord, all these years saying it, and I still can't say it right. Discussing the fact that I didn't think it was going to be a close game. As a matter of fact, I was quite confident it wasn't going to be a close game. Why? Outside of the starting receivers being out, just look at Oklahoma's team. I don't care how media portrays Oklahoma's defense. They're not good. They are not a good defense. Teams want to. I heard Kirk Herbstreit say like, "Oh well, if their offense could complement them and give them a break and blah blah blah, they would be a good defense." That's simply not true. The defense is not good. They don't tackle. They don't hit hard. They don't cover well. They blow assignments. It literally looks like Charlie Strong era defense. I'm straight up. That's exactly what it looks like. Charlie Strong era defense. And I've been there. We've been there as a fan base. It sucks when you go out on that field and you know that they're not going to stop a nosebleed. Because they ain't. Team is not good. The offense is even more deplorably bad. Michael Hawkins, I think, will be a good quarterback in due time. Jackson Arnold, man. Jackson Arnold was supposed to be Oklahoma's saving grace at quarterback, and he absolutely sucks. I said it back at the Alamo Bowl last year. Jackson Arnold is not the quarterback that they think he is. I've seen him perform. I watch him make the reads. I'm telling you, man. And going back to the very beginning of this video, when I say that, you know, I was slow to get to recording because I figured this is where Texas was going to be at. Genuinely, I mean that. None of these teams have good quarterbacks. Not a single one that we played. Not a single one. Anything else aside, you could put the defense aside, you could put the running game aside, offense, receivers, whatever. In order for you to beat this Texas football team, you are going to have to beat them at quarterback. You're going to have to beat Texas with the quarterback play, period. And we've seen all season long, and we saw against Oklahoma, when your quarterback cannot make plays, you do not have a chance. Not one single touchdown was scored. Not one. Two of the last 3 years, I should say, in the Red River rivalry has been an absolute fucking blowout. Absolute blowout. So I don't understand where Bloklahoma fans think that they've got a shot. Dylan Gabriel last year, Dylan Gabriel made that game happen for y'all. Without him, you had no chance. And you see it. You had no chance. The development ain't there. The players aren't there. The coaching staff ain't there. The culture ain't there. Look at what they said in their post-game pressers. Post-game presser said, after that first interception, they didn't get what they deserved. They didn't earn anything. My brother in Christ, 190 yards rushing would say otherwise. 230 yards passing would say otherwise. Not allowing your offense past the 50-yard line would say otherwise. You just suck. How about saying, hey, we just suck right now? That would have been the honest answer. Because now you made yourself look like a fool. You go up and say they didn't earn anything, and then you're going to be a human highlight reel watching Quintravion Wisner run straight past your ass. Watching this offense run past every single player on that defense. Yeah, we earned everything. We beat the shit out of y'all. Oklahoma didn't look like they earned the chance. They didn't earn the playing time. They didn't earn the position to be on the field against Texas. That's what it looked like. Real shit. I mean, look at this. You cannot say enough about the job that Steve Sarkisian does with this offense. Every single week, a new running back is breaking out. Trey Wisner. If y'all watch the channel, y'all have known even going back to last year. Even watching the scrimmages, I talked about Quintravion Wisner. I've seen him get in games early, and he's just so smooth. He is such a smooth runner. Jaden Blue is smooth, right? But he's like explosive, smooth, shifty. Quintravion Wisner reads the hole so well. He gets in and out in and out, and he's strong, he's sturdy, contact balance. We've seen this year in and year out here at RBU with Jonathan Brooks, Bijan, Roshan Johnson, Deontay Foreman. All of these guys, man. Quintravion Wisner is the next. He has the potential to be the next really big superstar for Texas. And I mean that even alongside CJ Baxter. That after watching him play and the way he runs and how physical he is as a runner, you know that Quintravion Wisner and CJ Baxter, they are going to be in the backfield at the same time come next season. I'm assuming Jaden Blue will head to the league. Hopefully, honestly, I hope he stays because I think another year of development will be good for him. But we have a host of players that can get it done in the backfield. And I love it, man. I love the diversity of this offense. I love the diversity of this team. The thing that makes them so hard to defend is that you never know what's coming. You never know if a pulling guard is coming for an actual counter, for a buck sweep. You never know if that buck sweep is going to turn into a screen or an RPO. You don't know if all of a sudden they're going to line up in bunch and instead of handing the ball off or throwing short screens, they're going to take a shot downfield to Isaiah Bond or to Ryan Wingo. Anyone, Matthew Golden, Jonte Cook, Silas Bolden now, doing a hell of a job in the special teams game and contributing where he needed to in the receiver room. Guys, this is the most legitimate Texas football team we've seen in a very long time. And depending on how this Georgia game goes, which I'm just going to go ahead and say before we even get into, looking at Georgia, I'm just going to say I do not see Georgia being able to stand up to this team. And I'm not saying that, again, as some super fan or someone who is like delusional to the fact that Texas can be beat. Of course, any team can be beat on any given Saturday. Just look at what Vandy did to Alabama, right? But even at Georgia's best and Texas's B-, Georgia could not win. There's simply too much depth, too many playmakers, too much complexity in the scheme, too physical, too big. That's how I see it. And I think if you go and look at the performance that Georgia put on against Alabama, and then look what they did with Mississippi State, the same Mississippi State that literally could not move the ball to save their lives against this Texas defense, put up 31 points on Georgia. The best defense in America. Nah, man. It ain't happening. I can't even tell you how ecstatic I am that I'm going to be on a 50-yard line watching Georgia get the absolute fucking dirt knocked off of them. It is going to be incredible. Carson Beck, we saw what happened to Carson Beck when he has a little bit of pressure on him. There ain't going to be a little bit of pressure here. When you got Colin Simmons, Barron Sorrell, Ethan Burke, Anthony Hill, Vernon Broughton, Trey Moore, David Benda, Ty Anthony Smith, Leona LaFau. Bro, all of these dudes that we got up in the front seven, and that's not even to talk about the depth in the back end. It's going to be a hard, long game for them. Of course, they're going to be very well coached. You know Kirby Smart's going to have them ready to play. And I by no means do I think it's going to be an easy game per se. But I do believe that at the end of the game, people might be a little bit surprised to see what they see. Right? Oh, man, I love this. Look at this, man. Look at it. Let's just take a moment to look at the absolute ass whooping that we put on Oklahoma. 20-29 for 200 yards. Not terrible. He was shaky at first. Rusty getting back into his first game. Matthew Golden made one of the most atrocious throws that I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally the absolute worst. I don't even think left-handed I could have thrown a ball as bad as Matthew Golden did. Straight up. Trey Wisner, 119 yards on the ground. I think Silas Bolden had one of the... That should have been, 200 yards? 170? 160 yards. Should be 13, 14 carries for 160 yards. Okay. 2 touchdowns. But is what it is. Should have had over two bills on the ground. Gunnar Helm. Man, has this dude been letting his nuts hang all season or what, bro? I mean, he is playing lights the fuck out. We thought we had an incredible tight end in Jatavion Sanders, which I'm not saying that Gunnar Helm is Jatavion Sanders. Don't kill me there. But as a true tight end, Gunnar Helm is as good as it gets, man. He's got to clean up his run blocking. There's been 3 games now, I think 3 in a row, where he's been called for holding. But if he can get his run blocking under control, just get those hands inside. Get the hands inside. You know what I'm saying? Get the hands inside. If he can get the hands inside, man, one of the most productive tight ends that we've had in a really long time, outside of Jatavion, right? DeAndre Moore is starting to show the fuck out every week. I love the way he plays football, man. Downfield blocking, he's very clean with his footwork, clean catching the ball in traffic. Of course, we know Ryan Wingo is he's going to be a dude, man. That kid is going to be something. He is electric when he touches the football. And Matthew Golden too, man. I think Matthew Golden really needs to get some more touches. Every time he touches the ball, he runs with some fucking attitude. With some purpose. I don't know if y'all saw his reception in the game, but he put the meanest stiff arm on one of those DBs. Disgusting. Matthew Golden, man. I love the way he plays football. I love the way all of this team plays football, man. Steve Sarkisian has got this team rocking and rolling. We got him rocking and rolling, man. I'm going to go ahead. Let me go to the Georgia game real quick because we don't even really need to talk about Oklahoma. I just knew that game was going to be a fucking blowout. Shit, let's go look at them. Let's go look at it. They're 5-1? 4-1? What? I was gonna say, man, y'all that caught up, y'all couldn't even put the damn score on. Oh, 34-41. That's disgusting. 41-31, brother. Terrible. See how Carson did. I know Carson Beck did really well in this game. Still threw 2 picks. 50 attempts for 459 yards is crazy. 4.5 on the ground average, about 3.5 on the ground average. Come on, bro. See, they're going to have a run game. Arian Smith is good. Dylan Bell is good as well. Honestly, I feel like Georgia's got a really good squad. I'm not going to lie. They do got it on paper. On paper, they got a squad. But, I mean, look at this. 300 yards for the freshman. 72 was his long. Not really allowing any rushing. Typical. Kevin Coleman had a great game. Mario Craver, pretty good game. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's going to be tough. Wow. Georgia just completely demolished them in first downs. That's hilarious. Yeah, really outgained them in everything. So this game was actually probably worse than it looked too, to be honest. Even though 31 points were scored. Anyway. We got a chance to do something incredible, man. This team has a chance to do something incredible right here. Man. Start off 7-0. Your first SEC season. And not only did you say we're coming to take over, we came to run through everyone. Look at this scoreboard, bro. 0. 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown. 3-3-0. Bro. This team is something serious. Now I'll probably go into I'm probably going to go ahead and make a video covering Georgia's, games here in a couple days. I'll have that coming out for you guys. Talk about what Georgia likes to do, how I think Texas can best defend them, and really how I think that we can work their defense. But guys, I'm telling you, don't be surprised if Texas wins by 10 plus. You heard it here first. Don't be surprised. I don't see Texas losing to anyone. I really sincerely hope that A&M wins all of their games and we just get to come in first year of the SEC right when A&M thinks that they got everything going and just fucking smoke them. Smoke that. Never mind. It's been an incredible season so far. And I promise you guys, we are going to be back in action. We are going to be coming back out consistently with these videos. I'm super excited, honestly. I could not be more excited, not only to get back in front of the camera and talking about football, but it of course it helps when your team is by far and away the best team in the country. We waited so long for this. So long. Man, it feels good. I'm not going to hold you guys too long. I just wanted to, get out a little I'm back video, nothing too detailed, nothing too in-depth, just kind of some of my thoughts over the game and what I think going forward. We're going to get into some deep dives and a breakdown of Georgia. We'll have that coming out to you midweek. But for now, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you lending an ear. Make sure if you aren't already, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, or at least if you made it this far, just hit the like button. Does me a favor, it gets the channel spread out to the rest of YouTube, out to the algorithm. It's all about the algo these days. I really would appreciate it. Turn on those notification bells if you are subscribed, because we are going to have these videos coming out constantly now. You will want to have those those notification bells on so you never miss anything. Because remember, no matter where you look, there's no better place than MoBetta Sports for your latest football takes. I'm your host, Antonio, aka Mr.MoBetta, and I am out. Peace and hook 'em.